Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with the attack line for Monday, March 5th, 2012. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I mostly did nothing much. Watched some cage fighting, which I'll get to in a few moments. Some of my thoughts on the UFC and Strikeforce events over the weekend. Now, on to the entertainment news of the week. Starting with the #1 movie in America. Well, after 1 week, Act of Valor got kicked off by, of all things, the animated piece of crap, animated movie, Dr. Seuss's The Lorax. Now, it's got the biggest opening of any movie this year. That's my biggest box office weekend. $70 million it made over the weekend. While District X got its butt whipped, making $21 million. Well, three reasons why Dr. Seuss beat District X. Number one, it's a family movie. It's not rated at all like District X. Number two, it was Dr. Seuss's birthday. And third, and most importantly, it was a 3D movie. And 3D movies make a lot more money than regular movies. So that's why District X got his butt whipped handily by Lorax. Who's going to kick it off? We don't know. I forgot what movies are coming out this week. So we'll see what happens with Lorax. Big opening for it. Beating the $41 million by The Vow. Keep pronouncing it wrong. So there you go. Congrats to Lorax, #1 movie for the weekend. Now, on with celebrity news, starting with Lila. Lindsay Troubled Lohan. Well, last Saturday night, she was on SNL. And it was all talked about. It was been talking about Lohan on SNL like all week. It was talking about what was she going to do. Well, I heard mixed reviews. I don't watch SNL that often. I'm probably the only one who can say, not the only one who can say, like, everyone avoids SNL, like the play. No one watches it anymore. It's not as funny as it was anymore. I don't watch it. Who else doesn't? Everybody else doesn't. Anyway, I heard a Lohan mixed reviews. I heard the opening dialogue was good, but the rest of the show, mostly the cast members of the show, asked a little bit. Like, they did more stuff than Lindsay did. But I did hear it was high ratings. Like anybody who, I think like the highest rated episode was, I think Gaga's episode last season when she was with Justin Timberlake. I did watch that one. That was okay. That was decent. It was like the highest rated episode of the time, and I think other people have gotten more ratings, but I think Lohan did very well for ratings with her musical guest Jack Black, apparently. So there you go. Lohan. Mixed reviews for her on SNL. On with some baby news. Now, I mentioned on last week's attack, I think Thursday's attack line, or was it Wednesday, that Snooki was expecting a baby. Well, although we haven't heard any official word on baby news on Snooki, we did get news, however, on Nick Lachey, the former Mr. Jessica Simpson, and his new wife, Vanessa Minnillo, now filling in as the commentator for Wipeout, replacing forgot the girl's name, but she's expecting their first child, according to the show. Nick Lachey was hosting with Kelly Ripa on Regis, no longer Regis, it's Live with Kelly since Regis retired. Nick revealed on Live with Kelly that he and Vanessa were expecting. She guest hosted before, and he's hosting and revealed that she was pregnant. Nick revealed how they found out. After Vanessa co-hosted with Kelly, she started feeling different, not herself. So she went to the store, got a pregnancy test, and came back positive. So we're having a baby. They'll find out about the sex of the baby before it is born. They don't know yet. So congrats to Vanessa and Nick on that baby. So there you go. A lot of baby news with Snooki, and now Nick Lachey. Now, on with sports. Starting with cage fighting. A lot of cage fighting happened. 2 back-to-back cage fighting events took place over the weekend on Friday and Saturday. Starting with UFC on FX. Now, this fight card, I thought it was okay. The lightweight card was, we had the middleweight fights kicking it off with Court McGee taking on Konstantinos Philippou. Philippou just dominated on this Court McGee guy, and he got the unanimous victory. The most controversial fight of the night was the first of 2 flyweight matches to determine who would advance to the finals for the flyweight championship. It was Demetrius Johnson and Ian McCall. Now, that was very controversial. Demetrius Johnson got some good advantage during the first two rounds. It was an exciting fight, though, despite the controversial finish. But Ian McCall just dominated the last third round. The third round, he was dominant, taking him down a lot. It was a decent, exciting fight, despite the ending, like I mentioned. It was a unanimous decision victory for Demetrius Johnson. This is Australia, and they booed the hell out of him. And I was stunned, too. I was like, what? I thought Ian McCall would have won. It was revealed later on that the commission did score the fight one, and it would have been a draw, and it could have gone to an extra, like a sudden death round. But because of that mistake, there will be an immediate rematch. We don't know when, so McCall and Johnson will fight again. That leaves the winner of Joseph Benavidez and Yoshihiro Yoshitani left without an opponent. Well, it was Benavidez getting the fast TKO victory over Yoshihiro. And that was a good punch. That was a decent knockout by Benavidez. But then we had the main event, which was Thiago Alves and Martin Kampmann. Now, a lot of people were upset because there wasn't a lot of Australians on the card. The card itself was just okay, but this, on paper it looked okay. The fight card did okay, especially in the main event, which was an exciting finish with Thiago Alves dominating with the takedowns, and Martin was losing his butt off. But Martin got the takedown reversal because Thiago was trying to go for a takedown. Martin countered it, reversed it to his own submission, and got the victory. What a comeback. I love that, man. I was like, wow, that was an exciting comeback by Martin Kampmann. So that gave him the victory. And then on Saturday, it was Strikeforce, which was a big fight. And it was Miesha Tate against Ronda Rousey for the women's bantamweight title. Now, before I tell you the main event, I don't watch Showtime that often. I don't have Showtime. So, but I got it online. I did get a good stream online. It wasn't no. I think I found a couple with lags, but I found one with no lags, and I watched it for the rest of the evening. We kicked off with Ronaldo Souza against Bristol Moandi. It was like kind of a squash match. It was an okay fight. But you can tell that Souza was going to win this thing. It was kind of like a mini squash thing because this Bristol guy replaced Derek Brunson, was supposed to fight Ronaldo. Ronaldo got a triangle submission hold. It was an okay fight, but like I said, now I kind of want to start up the fight night. Then it was Scott Smith taking on Lumumba Sayers. Now this fight was not as it was another okay, decent fight, and Sayers was dominant in this fight too. UFC and Strikeforce styles are different, so I haven't watched that much Strikeforce events. I did watch one Elite XC event. I think I did watch one fight on CBS with Strikeforce with Fedor and Brett Rogers one time. So Strikeforce is different. I haven't watched that much Strikeforce. It was an okay fight with Lumumba getting the victory. Then it was a fight I was kind of looking for besides the main event. Paul Daly, Sentex, former UFC guy, he took on Kazuya Mizaki, and Mizaki just dominated. Paul didn't do crap. Mizaki just punched the crap out of him this whole fight. And it was an okay fight, but it was really one-sided with Mizaki getting the victory. Then the co-main event was a decent one, somewhat exciting. It was KJ Nunes against Josh Thompson. And Josh Thompson got the victory by unanimous decision. This fight was decent. Okay fight. Then came the main event as Miesha Tate took on Ronda Rousey. A lot of bitch-smacking, a lot of talking. And it was only a one-round fight, but you know what? It was exciting first round. They were grappling. Miesha came down on Rousey early. She was dominating this Rousey girl. But then Rousey was known for an armbar, and many people expecting an armbar victory or at least submission victory from any of the girls. And Rousey tried armbar once, didn't work. Then the second time she did it, she got it clinched in, and Rousey got the victory by submission victory and became the new bantamweight champion, defeating Miesha Tate. And Miesha Tate's arm looks kind of fucked up, but there you go. New bantamweight women's champion. And Ronda Rousey, my first Strikeforce event on Showtime is decent. So there you go. Maybe I watched May 19th, but I may have a gig that night. So there you go. That's the cage fighting over the weekend. Now it's time for wrestling. WWE Raw Supershow preview for the night. The top 5 questions that must be answered. Starting with question number 5. What will go down tonight as Teddy Long takes over? Now last week on WWE.com they revealed that John Laurinaitis and Teddy Long will switch GM roles on shows. That means this week, John Laurinaitis will run SmackDown, Teddy Long will win Raw because of their concurring feud on who will win both shows. And I heard Teddy made a match between David Otunga and Greg Khali. I expect a squash. That's why John Laurinaitis is already booking Ascana. Oh, I forgot it. Ascana taking on Kane. Oh boy. John Laurinaitis. Cuckoo. Doo-doo head. So let's see what Teddy does tonight on Raw to prove that he could be general manager for both shows. That's why they did this with Teddy Long running Raw, John Laurinaitis running SmackDown. See which one can really win both shows. Question number 4. Were any other matches we revealed for WrestleMania tonight? Now, last week we did find out that Big Show would take on Cody Rhodes. There goes the Shaq deal. And now we're hearing Money in the Bank may not happen because Wade Barry got injured. Bullshit. They better do Money in the Bank. It's fucking bullshit they do. Because you got Big Show instead. Fuck. So, WrestleMania looks okay, but I guess we would love Money in the Bank. And any other matches be announced for tonight. So we'll see if any other Mania matches do get announced. And the top 3 questions refer to 3 of the top WrestleMania matches in their feuds and see how they'll build up. Starting with question number 3. What will happen between Y2J and CM Punk? Now, last week, we had the Jericho CM Punk talk. And then after CM Punk and a little controversy involving him and Daniel Bryan again, Jericho came out and attacked him, scoop slammed him on the steel stage, and gave him the walls of Jericho, sending a huge message to CM Punk. What will Jericho do this week? Will CM Punk retaliate? See how this feud builds up. And this, I'm looking forward to this match. And the build-up's decent. You know, the talking of the wannabe thing. And how Jericho attacked Punk this last week. And what Punk's going to do this week. We'll see what happens with the feud and see how it builds up. But it looks good. And I can't wait to the match at Mania. Question number 2. What will happen between Triple H and HBK, Shawn Michaels? And will Undertaker show up? Now, Shawn Michaels is advertised to show up tonight. Now, we all know Triple H is going to take on Undertaker at Hell in a Cell. Now, we know Taker is not showing up yet. We don't know about Taker. We know about Shawn Michaels, but we know nothing about Undertaker, whether or not he'll show up or not. But maybe. We'll see what happens if Taker shows up or not. But Triple H and HBK will have a nice talk, because HBK was the one that kind of tried to talk Triple H into this. But it was also capped off with the fact that Undertaker told Triple H, Shawn was always better than you. On a full interview on WWE.com, I heard Shawn got irate when he was kept hearing the talk about him being better than Triple H. He didn't want to talk about it. So maybe that's why he's on Raw tonight. So let's see what happens with Triple H and Shawn and see if Taker will show up. Leads me to question number 1. What happened between Rock and John Cena? Now, we heard that The Rock will be on Raw again live this week. Now, last week we had Rock and Cena going overtime, and Cena kind of went in the little debate war with Rock dominating with the crowd. Chance of missing balls, lady balls. Rock could, like I said on the review last week, Rock could just come in and just make the crowd eat everything he says. Because he's The Rock. Cena got at a winning blow with him not knowing he was going to fight The Rock or Dwayne Johnson, yada, yada, yada. They're trying to make Cena win this thing. So we'll see what happens tonight with Cena and Rock and see who wins this verbal battle, Rock or Cena tonight. And to say Rock's there live, will he be there live or via satellite? But they're saying Rock will be on Raw tonight at 9 8 Central on USA Network. That is it for today's Atakline. See you all later for my Raw review tonight. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. See you all later. Yeah.